What's going on, friends? Come on in the room. What's good? What's good? It's so good to have you here with us today. We back out in the building. Welcome to ONJU Presents the Commons. I'm your host, I'm Boss 2.0. Come on in. Let's have a conversation tonight. It's good to be with you. We are chatting about Web3 humanity and the line that we keep crossing. There's some stuff that kind of been hitting the timeline this past week, and as always, just looking at a high level overview of all the stuff that's been going on, there's a deeper issue going on here rather than the drama. Now, if you know me, you know I do love the drama. I'm a bird at heart. That's why I got all the stuff off of Twitter, the app built for me. But there's something deeper here that being in the Web3 space for a few years now, we continue to kind of see, let me move my mic, we continue to kind of see happening. And so I want to just have a conversation about bigger stuff that we see in the denial of folks' humanity, and then why things like that happen, and then how we build something better for the future. So I'm excited for our conversation to jump off in it. You know, it's not just me solo doing this thing. I got an awesome co-host, Onaji B. So let's welcome him over here to the comments. What's going on? What's going on, sir?
Hey, what's going on, fam? How you feeling? Yeah, the comments
All
back. We
good.
back.
Y'all missed last week. Look, we were exhausted. Life was lifing, y'all. Life is still
I hear
lifing,
that.
but again, consistency. We're gonna be on it, in it to win it. But yeah, excited. What's been going on with you? I know you've been having a busy day. You've been over here in front of the camera all day today. So what's been going on?
Yeah, live streaming is daily live streams has been a vibe. We've been rocking and killing it since April. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Actually, today was the first time we went live from Zora. So shout out to Black Dave, got me the connect. He hit up a couple of the homies from Zora, and they kind of fast tracked us into uh, that live stream beta access. And so we went live today, had a couple chatters. It was lit. So yeah, we growing. we
Very
growing.
nice. Okay. I mean, I've been hearing good stuff about some of the stuff that Zora's starting to put up. I feel like it's starting to be as we already know. I mean, you've been over here since what, April? I popped in later on, but like live stream is about to be the thing. Live stream is about to be the thing. Like it's been interesting to see.
Yeah, I think it's like the perfect converge of like all of these like digital just like content and digital art. It's all going to like the live stream part, and Web3 platforms are getting into it. It's wild. It's cool, like kind of being in the forefront of not live streaming, of course, because I'm way late to that, but just like Web3 live streamers. So it's cool. It's a vibe. And I think Onaji can prosper right there, not gonna lie.
Come through. We getting there. We getting there. Having these conversations. So much more. You continuing to be here. What day? 90, 105. Like,
No, it's like I think it's like 80 something.
yeah. I'm moving toward 8, but we're gonna get there. We getting there. We are getting there.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, let's go and jump into the conversation. So
sure.
um yeah, and having this conversation for me was pretty important just because I feel like it speaks to a big ethos of what even Onaji is about, and that we have been here educating Black and Brown allied people for years now. And a part of that has always been inclusion. And no matter where you are, like we'll meet you there and we'll take you along the way about wherever you need to go. As long as you want to be with us. So seeing this on the timeline, it's always been interesting to me because I'm like, what? It, it's tough for me sometimes because I expect me from everybody. And I'm like, well, if we can do this, why how come it's not easy for other people? And so when
Mm.
I when I see when I saw what I saw, which we'll get into in just a second, I was surprised but not shocked. Um, because I thought that we were past it. It's 2025. But if you did not know what was going on, I got my stuff together today. I'm gonna go ahead and uh, pull up my ad stage. But Dara Hopwood, who is the one of the main developers for the privacy token Zcash, um, was on a video speaking about Zcash, and Julie Kenneth, which is I guess we can almost call her almost like a talking head here, through through some media platforms that were built in the past cycle, Web3 based media platforms that were built in the past cycle, dropped this on the timeline as a quote retweet to the video. And she said the founder of privacy token Zcash is actual proof some things should not be doxxed. And that set off a lot of drama, big firestorm about what was going on, with so many people trying to discredit Dara's appearance, that she would rather be, in the shadows rather than be seen. And this opened up a whole lot of conversation. And as we see kind of right here, just as a response, someone said, imagine trying to discredit someone who's contributed infinitely more to the world purely based off their opinion, or their appearance, excuse me. And Julie came back and said, no one is discrediting anyone. I saw this picture on my feed and thought, gee, maybe not the best spokesperson. Either way, it got people talking. So maybe it was a successful PR move. Now, for me, a successful PR move to slick talk about somebody's appearance because they were not. Okay. This is where we are. And again, like I said, it didn't necessarily shock me. I was a bit surprised that we were here in 2025, but being in Web3 with the core values that we think about in Web3, anonymity, decentralization, peer-to-peer transacting, and people talk about so much about how it doesn't matter. And then we see that it does. And when I look at Julie's page and I see that she's on a media platform and she's conventionally attractive and looks the way that she does and can use that platform to ignite the firestorm that she did, it didn't really sit well in my spirit. Because not only from just a trans person existing, do you have something to say for it, but using that platform to dehumanize someone and then double down on it because it was a good PR move. Now you got everybody talking about you, and I don't really feel like we've had a big moment lately of discrimination, a discrimination scandal for a minute, even though we do know it happens all the time. Not something this big in a little bit of time. It harkens back to 2021, 2022, when we were having spaces about this all the time because it was happening weekly, especially the Black folks. This is where we are. And is this where we are headed and what we are building for this next cycle? So, B, I know that you saw a few bits and pieces about it, but kind of not hearing the context and the rest. Like, what was some of your first reactions?
My first reaction was like, oh, is this somebody we can fight? Just kidding. What we throwing hands at? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Ride down there, Bama, real quick.
Because come on now, like, and for someone who has helped create something so groundbreaking in the space, you know what I'm saying? And it was so championed, and just to see everybody, oh, well, maybe we're not going to support this. Is nuts. It's nuts. Like, it's like, it just reminds me how far we need to go still, you know what I mean, in this space. And it's like, ONJU's always been a safe space for everybody, you know, and I pride that we've been able to build something like that. And it's like, man, it's just like the space is still just so much very, you know, crypto bro, Wolf of Wall Street. If it's not, you know, white cis male, then anything else is like, oh, what, you know what I mean? Which is,
Yeah.
I don't know, just diversity talk again. But even when we're talking about just someone's just like contributing something so brilliant to the space, and then still just to backtrack on that, and it's, I don't know, it's hard, it's a slippery slope, because that makes sense that a lot of people, you know, knowingly kind of, you know, keep the anonymity and stuff like that, and they're you know, they don't disclose who they are. You know, I really wasn't putting my face out into the camera for a whole long time, but I think everybody could tell, you know, it's a black individual behind there. But for her to be like, you know, and then backtrack after getting called out and being like, oh, maybe it was just a PR stunt, it worked well, it's got people talking. No, it's got you talking, saying too much. Like, be
Correct.
for real, Miss Man. Golly.
Come on, Miss Man. Yeah, no, exactly. And so, and for me, the denial of someone's humanity, which pushes me in the angle of the crypto core values are changing, because if it was really about the anonymity, if it was really about being decentralized, if it was really about the transacting that Zcash is helping people do through optional privacy, why would any of this matter? And if you are in Web3 and you tout yourself as being an advocate and a proponent of it, if someone is doxxed, why would it matter? But then it turns around and it really, at the end of the day, does, because we've seen this uh, as Black creators. We've seen this with other Black creators. We've seen this with people um, who have catfished as being creators of color. When we finally see who you are, it does eventually temper what it is and how you react to them.
1,000%.
Uh, Sorry, real quick. What's up, Symbolic? Good to see you. Thanks for being with us. Shout out to you. I know. I believe Talk Show on Point is I think somewhere in the middle of the week. So I'll try to pop in when I can. So it's good to have you with us. Thanks for coming by to say hello. And hope you're doing well. But with these core crypto core values changing, um, I sometimes ask myself, like, is it is it always going to be the aesthetic? We talk, we say we talk about the art, we talk about how great that is. When I think about sometimes some of these media platforms and the people that they push to the front, um, when I think about what the account that I saw from Julie, it makes me think that sometimes it is the aesthetic. It's not about the value, it's about how it looks, and not
Right.
even from the art side, but from the art side, from the people side. Um, if what you created doesn't matter, if what you've created is the value, if you're not deemed to have that social currency of attraction in some way, shape, or form, it's not going to be welcome and accepted. When I scroll down that
Crazy.
timeline and I saw the responses, people were like, "Oh, dump it, dump the cash, like dried up, red candles," from someone who developed something that most of crypto has held as something that has been valuable to them.
It's craziness.
And then I kind of go there, and I'm gonna take it there because I've been spicy lately. We talk about women in the space being objectified, and a woman has demeaned someone else's appearance, when if the tables were turned, it would be a space like we had. it would be get them out of here. Oh, I can't wear makeup on my platforms. I'm online. I can't wear this top because I look this way. If it was on the
Huge
opposite
facts.
side. But so like is real actual branding built on aesthetic and that type of bias? I mean, you know, I know I was joking earlier, but I mean, I'll jump under FFF. I mean, I need to show a little. If that's what it's going to be successful, like let me know.
I'm crying. Hey,
But then that really cuts away people's humanity. Somebody said most are dealing with culture, they're dealing with commodity and product.
facts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I fully understand that. And I really do agree. Uh,
Yeah,
but especially now at the beginning of this new cycle, we can change that. I know. I mean, Chelsea, it is what it is, you know. Uh, I'm wilding. Well, you know, appreciate
shout out
it.
to Chelsea.
Uh, I learned from the best.
But the
Uh,
thing about it too with symbolic is like we're dealing with commodity and product up until we don't like what's going on with the founders, or we don't like what they're representing or something like that. It's like it's never 100% commodity and product, because if it was, then nobody would care. Like just like Boss was saying, like, are we about full anonymous figures in the space or not? Like it just because they said that this is who it is, then it shouldn't matter. But that's the point. It's not 100% just commodity and product, or a great product at that. It's like,
mhm.
oh no, we're okay leaving that because it was built by like what? That's crazy.
Now jumping into it with us, somebody said they just tricked the people. Oh, wow, that's the word. Oh, but let's jump into it from our side, from the ONJU University side. Like we have always been proponents of inclusion, always been proponents of accepting people as they are without judgment. The actual true ethos of crypto, Bitcoin, Web3, ideally, honestly. What for like for us, or even from the outside looking into that situation, like what does it mean when we're supposed to be celebrating inclusion until somebody actually embodies it? We have a queer person, we talk about those some of those ethos, some of that inclusion that we try to have in the crypto and the Web3 space. And so they actually came in and said, and didn't even say that, just existing and being on the timeline has tested
Right.
people's metal about, are you actually being inclusive for us? And I mean, I asked myself that, and you that, like, what does it mean when it's celebrated until someone actually embodies it? I mean, I can say for us, I know that we live it because the very first person who respected me enough to call me by my pronouns is me. And so I know that from the top down, like that is what we're about. And I know that we celebrate it here, but it's tough to kind of push that out into others when the prevailing culture is you got to look a certain way. Because, I learned from T.S. Madison, fish starts in the face. If she was fishy in the face and she came in looking unclockable, then it wouldn't have been an issue. They probably would have said, like, skyrocket the baby. Like, let's make it happen.
Right.
Until they
Mm.
potentially found out that she was queer and then was lumping again, because we know how we feel about queer folks in look, not only in Web3 but in mainstream society.
It's crazy. It's crazy. We're supposed to be at the forefront of anybody can use this stuff. Not even talking about anybody can help build this ecosystem. That's a whole different like we should be celebrating, but that's crazy. I don't know.
So, pushing into my last question, and I just wanted to
Yeah.
have a conversation, like just come on and just and talk it through.
Yeah.
Um, who is going to shape this new narrative? That's a big question, though. I really feel like that's a big question when I think about it. Who's going to shape this new narrative? I mean, of course, we're going to shape it over here in our corner. Um,
Facts.
are there people that we see? Are there projects? Are there platforms that we see that are truly using their power for good? Inclusion, the actual true values of anonymity, and if and when someone is doxxed, having it not really matter. Because for me, if I was looking for that tool, I don't care what you look like. You could have looked like the Green Goblin. If I
Facts.
needed to transact some cash and that tool was available and you're not a terrible person, I'm using it.
I think it's hard too because it's like I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of somebody who would just like even take a loss. Like you might be dumping your coin that you were invested in at a
Mhm.
loss because of this. Like that sounds crazy. You look crazy. I don't know. I guess you just
Symbolic
have to
says
have those.
inclusive building leads to maximal usability. And I
Yes.
very much, I fully understand that. I fully agree. Because if you are including everyone, then everyone can use it. That's maximum value, that's maximum usability that you get for whatever it is that you are using, that you need to use, or a tool that you're looking for. So
1,000%.
is it and sharing like some personal stuff. Like for me, I think I've talked about like small, just here and there. Like the reason why I'm opposed to bringing kids into the world is because there is so much to push against that it's difficult. I would find it really difficult to try to build a person to push out to not keep that from taking over them. And it feels kind of like this situation now. We're building this inclusive platform and we are actually living that, but everything else around us is not. Because the engagement that this is seen on the timeline, every time I've opened it, and I mean, this is some algorithm stuff, come on, of course, but every time I've seen it, people were still talking about it yesterday. And I'm pretty sure this happened like Sunday, Monday, perhaps. So as when I ask who's building this narrative, ooh, and it sounds kind of pessimistic. Is it too big of a mountain to climb to change the greater space?
Mm, ah, that is a good question. I
That's a
mean, I
tough
think,
one. That's a tough because you can definitely change what's around you, but then those
yeah,
people have to go and change what's around them,
yeah.
and those people have to go change what's around them. We have so much more. Like I spoke about, when I looked on the timeline, there are well-known Web3 creators who have spoofed that video. And therefore, that continues to proliferate the bigoted comments, the trans exclusionary energy, so much that, One person, Julie, started.
It's wild.
So, of course, around here, we gonna keep it moving. We gonna keep it building. We're gonna keep exclusion over here. Inclusion. Whoa. We're gonna keep inclusion over here, no matter what. Uh, and I will say it has been heartening from the people who are in the comments who are agreeing with Julie, but then on the opposite side, the people who are quoting are calling her in and saying, "This is not what this is about." I know that one that's a little spicy, being like, this person has done more than your whole ancestral lineage. But there have been so many more people that have said, no, like trans people exist here in the space. This space was built for people like them because without it, as we see, we have regular society and someone who might not, who is clockable. I have been around and in situations with people like that, and they're not being treated well, as we see. So now we're in a space that this person is actually truly embodying more than just the commodity and the product, but the actual true ethos. I said that so much today. The actual true ethos. The line needs to stop being crossed, and we've got to, if we're going to talk about it, if you're going to build within it, you should definitely think about it.
1,000%.
So, Chad, I know we had symbolic. Thank you for the for the great stuff that you're putting over in chat. Chelsea says, "Wow, correct." It's just I'm like, I thought we were not necessarily past this because we will never be past this. We live in the U.S. We see how things are going right now. A lot of this feels emboldened. Um, but there was a small part of me, and I think that maybe a little bit of my own naivete and me being eternally optimistic at times, that was like, oh, we're at a better place. Like we've done so much more. We've done better.
The space shows you different.
So yeah, I mean that was just a part of my conversation, just what has been mulling in my brain. I think that I'm still digesting it a bit. I think I'm probably gonna end up, and this is me being in my content brain. I think I'm going to uh do a little touch of content on it. I did write something and I didn't read it on here because I think I want to do a little touch of content on it to at least be a different face adding to the conversation because some of the faces in the conversation are quite samey. Um, but yeah, just wanted to come on and have that conversation. Symbolic, y'all are inspiration and friends in the U.S. to remind Canadians there's still good ones. We appreciate that, family. We appreciate that. Big love.
That's too funny.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I mean, it's good folks all over. And I know I've come on to say a lot of negative about the Web3 space, because the squeaky wheel gets the oil. The negativity fuels the algorithm, but so much of our own network in our area, in the Onaji family, in the Onaji University network, I should say, they don't play that. They truly don't. They don't play that.
Yep, facts.
And if somebody brought that over here, because I literally wrote a think piece on Twitter about people not being responsible for the platform that they have, and you've got to do that. Maybe that for me, and as I have this conversation with y'all, appreciate y'all. Maybe that's where it starts, is being a bit more responsible with your platform. When I think about when I see business, when I'm on LinkedIn, or if I see a business account or someone who works in business, or in a corporate job on Twitter, I saw, or I still see now, the opinions here are mine and mine alone. So I really feel like someone like that is saying, "Hey, I might say some spicy stuff over here, but this is me. This is not my the people I work for, nor the platform." But having the platform, you got to be a bit more responsible with how you use it, and knowing that even though that tweet did not come from the platform that she's on, the first thing you see when you go to her page is her platform.
Right.
And so, if we are a bit more responsible with how we use some of our platforms, maybe that might be a starting point for changing the space as a whole. Because would have loved for her not to say, "Oh, well, it got people talking, so I guess it's good PR." Would have much rather liked to hear something more of, "Yeah, I misstepped that. This person has created something great. Doesn't really matter how they look because I believe in the actual true value of crypto, Bitcoin, and building on blockchain because it allows people, no matter how you look, to build something that can help others, which the tool has."
Exactly.
But that's too much like right. That's too much like right. All right, y'all. I just truly wanted to come on and have this conversation with y'all today. B, I appreciate you coming and being my sounding board real quick on it. And
Absolutely.
helping just chat it out. And for y'all who came uh and popped in symbolic, thank you. Chelsea, big love to you. Thank you so much for coming in and joining as well. Um, have been spending a lot of time over on ChatGPT doing a lot of planning, um, doing a lot of putting this together, so that we can make this a bit more consistent, continue to have these conversations. Give B a little bit of a night off, maybe from the comments, and have some other guests on. I know you always love to be over here, but you're always up in here, and you are always appreciated. The hardest working man in Web3. um, yeah, so definitely working and reaching out for guests. If you or someone you know would want to come on and come have a conversation about the great things that they're building, or even just come be birdish and dramatic over here with me on a kickback, just holler at me. We always love to have great conversations. We had a real good conversation this past Saturday on ONJU Saturdays, um, with Onaji B and myself. Real good one. I still gotta go clip that one up because I said some good stuff.
Most def. Most def.
I was tired, so I was on one. That's some good stuff. Maybe I'm not gonna sleep Friday night. Just go right into it for today because I was out there. But fun, but fun. But again, regardless of anything that I do say, I'm aware of the platform that I do have, and I'm responsible with it. But yeah, you can also find me over here each and every day, not only with Let's Talk About Web3 on Wednesdays, but yapping would be, mine would be, maybe one day lifting would be, bench pressing would be.
Maybe not.
I keep putting you on the spot, sorry. But I should say managing would be.
Something like that.
Something like that. The universe is like, get up off her. My life just went out. Okay. The scene doesn't hold charge. Gotta find something better. But yeah, fam. Like anything else be like, what's coming up for you soon? I know I kind of got all the stuff out of the way. Did I miss something?
Nah, you handled it. Yeah, just the daily stream journey's been going crazy. I'm having a good time. So, yeah. Any guests for undivided attention as well too? Let me know.
Absolutely. Yes. Undivided attention. We love the good undivided attention. Our most recent one was with Jam, some of our faculty. Great conversation right there. I really do feel like those undivided attention conversations are some special stuff. So go back and listen to those, watch those, I should say, over on YouTube on the ONJU University Network. So go, you can check those out. Run some views up over there. You can find both of us, Onaji, over on Twitch. You can find me, Boss 2.0, on Twitch, hopefully where you're watching right now, as well as Twitter, Brian O'Shea Dance. Got to get my dance stuff over there. Maybe one day they should allow us to like change our usernames. Nobody has Boss 2.0. They need to allow us to change their usernames. Elon, get on that. Do something useful. But yeah, I mean, all the Web3 spaces are definitely where you can find Onaji. So keep eyes and ears out. Farcaster, apparently all the Web3 streaming platforms, Retake, Pine Tree, Zora,
Yep.
Kick. I'm missing all the rest of them, but
Let's go.
wherever you are online, just type Onaji in the search bar, and I'm sure we'll be there.
That part. OHNAHJR, fam.
Got it right. All right, friends, go have a good rest of your evening. Thanks so much for coming in and joining us on a little short one, but a little important one, and also kind of one that helped me kind of move my mind around. So I appreciate you being my sounding board and helping me work through a lot of this as I continue to, get back into my journalism and content game and keep amping that up. So if you see us on the timeline, hype us up. And we'll do the same for you. But until then, we'll see you next week, next Wednesday on the Commons. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.